finance, tax, and credit topics you need to know that is truly relative to your home market and improving your financial wellness. Now, here are your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
The second half of our show, the Real Estate Hour. Hope you enjoyed the first hour. I know we did. It was phenomenal. Lisa Odom with McDowell Odom, attorneys at law, sharing with you the importance of estate planning, whether it's for your personal lives, your family, or for your business. Great business succession planning. You should definitely check that out. The podcast will be done at hometownstation.com probably in sometime today, and then we'll have the clips up next week on our YouTube channel, because there's so much great information on our YouTube channel. In fact, we'd like you to join us in the studio.
Yeah, in fact, you should do that at donandgino.com. Hit watch, chat, and listen live. And, not only do you get to see us in the Vault Media Studios here in the office, it's actually right inside Cherry Creek Mortgage, where we help people buy homes or refinance their homes, mostly save on interest any which way we can every single day. But what's
Educate you, all that good stuff, like it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, and sometimes we, I think you mentioned the key word there is education. We spend a lot of time educating people. In fact, with our guest today, had us reach out to somebody, and we talked to them, went over a bunch of different options, and decided that buying cash was a great option for them. They didn't need a loan.
We don't get paid if they buy cash.
Nope, but that was the best option available for them.
So it's okay to give great advice even if you don't get paid.
That's right.
All right, so it's all about you out there. So we're glad you're joining us here on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. Again, please go to donandgino.com, click on the Listen and Chat Live, and join us in our beautiful studio. 3 high-definition cameras, GoPro, kind of cool. And you'll see our great guest. You'll recognize his voice because he's been on before, because he is a master magician when it comes to buying and selling homes on your behalf. And he's got some great information today. Mr. Paul Dinkel with RE/MAX of Valencia. Welcome back, buddy.
Oh, thanks, Don. Glad to be here, Gino.
All right. So Paul's going to share with us a little bit later. We'll let you know what's going on in the markets, as we always do at the top of the hour. But he's going to go over some pitfalls of potentially trying to be sell your home on your own.
Yeah, I mean, and Don, as a former real estate agent, I've seen all facets of this business, and I can tell you that we're involved as lenders in FSBOs more right now in this market. I don't know why, but this particular market right now, maybe because of the rapid appreciation, people feel they could sell their home themselves. It causes a lot of problems. They really don't know what they're doing. They're relying on the escrows to do the job for them, and it's not the escrow's job. So very, very difficult to get a transaction done without encountering any liability. We'll talk more about that.
And a lot of you out there think you're actually going to make more money by doing that, but we're going to talk about how you probably aren't going to make more money. You're just increasing your liability and your exposure and risk. So Paul Dinkel is going to help us out with that, as well as what's going on in the Santa Cruz market today. You need to stay on top of it, because every week it changes. Trust me on that. So Paul Dinkel with RE/MAX of Valencia is going to share with you what's really happening in the real estate market today. So what's going on in the markets today, we kind of brought up a little bit in the first hour, is the GDP numbers. Holy cow.
Smoking hot GDP numbers on the backs of horrible GDP numbers for the first quarter. But really nice GDP number of 4%. That's a big number.
Big number coming from a negative 2.9, which was revised down to 2.1.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it all kind of balances out, seasonality and things of that nature. So we've got to look at where we end up at the end of the year. And as long as we end up with a positive number over 2 at the end of the year, then we had some reasonable, decent growth. I know we all want to see it at 2.8 or 2.9 or 3.1 or 3.2, but anything over 2.5, 2, that's good growth.
That's right. And if you go to donandgino.com, click on Listen Chat Live, you'll see a little GDP chart that Furman's thrown up on the screen. Thank you, Furman. And then the other big news, since we're on our real estate hour, is you're going to hear the media. The media loves to spin everything. We warn you about that. That's why we ask you to listen to the show every week and check out past shows, because the media will jump on anything. Like this GDP report, we laugh. They'll jump on it and say, oh, the economy's back. Well, it's funny. Last quarter they said the economy was crashing because we had a negative number. So be careful what you hear. We'll give it to you straight right here in the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show.
It's funny. I got to bring this up because, media, right? That implies what they really do is they sell advertising. That's what all media outlets do, is they sell advertising. So they've got to sensationalize anything because these days it's all about clicks on websites, impressions, and things of that nature. So it doesn't matter if the information is true or not as long as it gets a lot of clicks.
Yeah, so that's not always true information. So like we've been hearing about sometimes about, the home sales. Some of the media is jumping on home sales have decreased by a tremendous amount. Well, there's other factors that go in the back end of that. For example, the good news is foreclosure inventory has decreased 35% year over year.
Yeah, but that's on the backs of other big decreases. I can tell you right now that we have not done a loan on a foreclosed home. We have not done a loan on an REO in the last 6 months.
That's right.
That's how little foreclosure inventory there is. We have not done one loan in the last 6 months on a foreclosed home.
And we have Paul Dinkel, one of the best real estate professionals I know in this valley. Worked with him for 13, 14 years now, side by side. We're like 100% on all of our transactions, satisfying our clients and getting them into the new homes, huh, buddy?
Every deal has worked, and they keep coming back for more.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, we were just talking about one. We worked with some of our clients now for 12 years. Them, their family members. It's nice that they refer them back.
It is.
Well, that's because you do a great job, Mr. Paul. So what do you think about that foreclosure number, down 35% year over year? We don't deal with them that much out here.
Well, yeah, I know that if you just go back not even, 3 years ago, distressed sales were running about 60% of the market, and REOs were leading. They were more than short sales, and I've seen that number drop down to about 2 or 3% of the market here in Santa Clarita with REOs. So they're becoming really a non-factor, very few. And I'm even seeing the HUDs. There's not a lot of HUDs even right now.
Yeah, that's true. And HUDs basically are foreclosures on government loans. And bottom line is it's not a factor anymore. So that is why your home has appreciated. The only reason it was depreciated is because we had a lot of homes in distress, meaning people in trouble, therefore they had to sell it for less than what was owed.
Or banks in trouble.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that, right? They had to
Yeah.
blow them out because banks were in trouble. They had to clean up their balance sheets because they were being audited and having a hard time with the federal government. So there was banks in trouble too. So the banks were in distress, but banks are flush with money now. Even if they had a couple properties that were REOs, they could hang on to them and sell them at top dollar anyway.
That's right. And then a lot of the decrease in the sales overall is not due to the market not being hot, because believe it or not, over 13,000 homes a day are sold. Over 13,000 every day. What decreased was because that inventory has decreased, so did the purchases from big banks, big investors. So that has decreased. But for you and I, mere mortals that are buying homes on a regular basis and working with great real estate agents like Paul Dinkel with RE/MAX, our market's still hot. So do not fall in that trap of going, I'm just going to wait. Be careful of waiting, because I'll tell you what will go up are house prices and interest rates. And we have a crystal ball on our table here for a reason. We have been on it for the last 3 years. I don't think we've missed. We've been pretty much ahead of the curve, even ahead of Warren Buffett sometimes. How about that? Not Jimmy Buffett, Warren Buffett, the smart guy.
Even though you like Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, I'm going to his concert in October for my birthday. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so we're going to be back with Paul Dinkel with RE/MAX of Valencia, and we're going to talk about some of the concerns you should have if you thought about selling your home on your own. Some of the things you probably haven't thought about, didn't know about, and also what's going on in the market right here in Santa Clarita today. Not yesterday, not old news, but